92.5 The Bull, Eric Zachary. You know who he is, Hunter Hayes. What is up, man?
Here, man. We're here. We're chilling.
Welcome to
in this
Sacramento.
Brand new place. This place
right? It's gorgeous.
So sick.
This is Backstage. I've never seen anything like this.
I've never had a Backstage like this.
Golden
I can
One
promise
Center.
You that.
We actually just built it just for you.
There's
just
a full bar. Well, can I take it with me? Then I guess is the question.
Let's just
so you gotta see this place.
Let's jump right into it, man. Yesterday's song. I'm a fan of this track.
Thank you, man.
And I was watching, I think it was an interview that you did with iHeart, where you're saying a lot of people think it's a breakup song.
Yeah, I mean, it can be.
It can be.
Sure.
But it's kind of about just like, moving on and just forgetting some of the other stuff. And
man, for me, it's about moving on. It's about saying goodbye to some stuff you want to leave behind. Because I think for me, when I wrote it, it very much came from a desperate need to just like really say it. Like I was feeling it, but you know how when you say it, like
it's more
really,
real. You feel it. You believe it.
Move on.
Yeah.
So that was it, and to put it in a song and sing it every night, you really get a chance to get it out of your system. And I guess I wanted a lot of people to have the freedom to say that, because it's not saying anything bad. It's just saying like, look, it's time for me to move on. Like, no hard feelings. But bye. And
bye.
And I figured we all need that at some point. So, hopefully everybody finds their own version of the song and it makes sense to them.
Absolutely. And I can't help but notice with some of the newer songs that you've put out, Young Blood and Amen and all of that, it's got, I don't want to use the term.
Incredible memory, by the way.
Thank you.
Thanks for remembering those two songs.
I mean, I listened to them.
That's rad.
Man.
I appreciate that.
But I don't want to say polished, because all of your songs are awesome, but it has more of a formal, pulled in feel. Does that make sense?
Is that a good thing?
No, it's a wonderful thing.
Okay.
But I can't, as someone, I've worked in studios as well.
Yeah.
Was this a little bit of a different process than some of your other stuff?
Man, I think so. Yeah, totally. Well, but here's the thing. Like, this process on this record was not like picking songs, picking a studio, assembling the band, this and the system that I see so much that I really admire and look up to, unfortunately just doesn't work for me. Like I'm too chaotic, and I think the way we made this record and the way we're still making this record is like there's a backyard studio that we found that we call home. I've got a key, and the band and I go in whenever we can, and we track whatever we want, and it turns out like, with the benefit of just having us jamming, it's funny that you say formal, because there's no formality to it whatsoever.
I call it real, I guess is a good word for it. It's authentic,
Oh, yeah. Thank you, man.
Real quick, then I guess the last question is, you have this access to this studio. You do get to go in whenever you want. How do you know to stop adding to a track? When is it done?
I don't. That's my biggest hang-up, dude. Like, seriously, that is my weak spot.
Hunter, we need to put a song out. It's been 5 years, okay?
Honestly, like that is my weakness, and I've learned that about myself over the last year. But there have been a couple songs lately. Like, there was one song we did in like 2 days, and that was a big achievement for me, because there's other songs that have taken 2 months. Some take 2 weeks. It just kind of depends.
That's got to be a cool feeling, though.
It is a great feeling, and I think I'm learning to like really pay attention to what feels good. Like when there's a moment that just happens, it's like, yes. End it, done, don't edit it, don't touch it, just go. I'm really loving that process of learning that, learning it the hard way.
Totally. And your birthday is September 9th. So you're actually 2 days older than me. 91, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm 91191. So
are you serious?
Yeah, you actually have 2 days of maturity on me. So we're looking into 2017. I want one piece of advice from Hunter Hayes. That we're leaving 2016 behind. I need some advice for 2017.
Okay. Well, can it be the advice that I give myself? Because I'm terrible with advice.
Okay. So, what do you tell yourself in the mirror when you wake up?
At first, I was going to use this year as a year of truth, right?
Okay.
But I was like, no, because that's kind of like already our policy at this point. I feel like this year is a year for me to breathe. I'm not good at that. I'm good at like rolling through, and like when something happens, like when one thing happens, you like celebrate for like 2 seconds and you move on.
I think it's a Virgo thing. I'm the same way.
Apparently, yeah. So I've heard that from multiple people. So I think this year my biggest thing is like pre-show, for instance. I get so nervous on stage. I get so nervous still, and it's all about like just breathing. Like when I see myself like tensing up and all, my shoulders literally do that. It's just about breathing and taking it in, and like every moment that might not have been perceived as a good moment, like I'm starting to learn as a beautiful moment. Like the tough stuff is getting so much cooler now that I'm like really taking it in, and I'm learning from it, and I'm like, this is awesome. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, not to scare you, but you have thousands of adoring and ready fans at the Golden One Center, our 92.5 The Bull Buck Off Party. Let's just take a second and breathe together. You ready? All right. Hunter Hayes.
It's going to be good.
Guys, a round of applause for Hunter Hayes.
really fun, dude.